Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Saturday today. I can't believe it's already Saturday. And I'm here to make a project with you. So today I'm going to make a project using some of the Sale-a-Bration items. We're like the 10th of February. So we're almost halfway through February, and Sale-a-Bration only goes to the end of February. Now we have an extra day this year because of leap year, but you can only take advantage of the Sale-a-Bration items until the 29th of February. And that means that's the end of getting the free items during Sale-a-Bration. So I haven't played with the Jungle Pals stamp set and dies yet. So I thought I'd play with that today. And I'm going to make a telescoping card. Again, I haven't made one of these in a very long time. Hey, Pam. Welcome. Hey, Crystal. And so I thought I'd make one today using the Jungle Pals stamp set and dies, both of which are products that you can get during Sale-a-Bration. So the Jungle Pals is free with a $60 order in Canada. And the dies that coordinate, you can get free with a $120 order. So if you wanted both, it would be a $180 order. I'm also using a couple of other products, the Heartfelt Hellos, which is a stamp set at the $60 level, and then the, what are they called? Opaque Faceted Gems, which are also free with a $60 order. So lots of Sale-a-Bration items you can mix and match, and I thought it would make a really cute telescoping card. So let me switch over and we will get started. All right, so these are the products I'm using. I got a few others, but these are the items. This is the really cute Jungle Pals bundle. Again, the stamp set's free with a $60 order, and then the dies that coordinate are free with a $120 order. So you have the dies that will cut out these little critters, so cute, and then some extra ones like some grass for them to hide behind, a branch for them to swing, a tree, some more leaves, flowers. So it's really cute. And then this is the Heartfelt Hellos, which is a stamp set that you can get for free. Great. We can always use sentiments. And then these are the Opaque Faceted Gems. We can always use embellishments. So that's, I'm going to say Pool Party. I bet it would also go with Balmy Blue, but Pool Party, Pecan Pie, and I'm going to say either Calypso Coral or Flirty Flamingo. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but I think you could use it even with Petal Pink. Lots of ways to use these on projects. Okay, so what is a telescoping card? Well, I've gone ahead and cut out the pieces, some of the pieces that I need. So a telescoping card, I'm using the deckled circles. So it's basically a card. We're going to use the brads to connect these three sets of circles together. So it kind of looks like a snowman. Hey, Amanda, welcome. Hey, Felicia. So it kind of looks like a snowman. And then these are going to be attached together right at that kind of point where they overlap using a brad, which means that this one is going to telescope down, and this one is going to telescope up. So what you're going to see on the front of the card is the largest shape as the front of the card, and then these other circles will kind of move in and out using the brads. And I probably confused you, but we're gonna go with it. Now I've used the deckled circle dies. So I've used the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've used the fifth, starting with the fifth largest, and then I've used 6 of them. So the next 6 from the fifth largest. The reason I did that is that's the closest one. It's a little touch too big for a regular envelope, but it's the closest one that will fit into a regular envelope. And so that's kind of why I chose that one. If you wanted to make your own envelope, you could use some of the bigger circles, but you need 6 circles. You could use any shape you want, really, but I'm using concentric size circles. And so you need 6 of them, and that's what I've done. So, all right, so I've got those cut out. Well, I'm going to put that back in. Let's put this back so that don't lose these dies as I'm going through this. I am so bad with my dies and not putting them back in order, and then I never know whether I've lost one or not. Okay. So here's my pieces. So like I said, I've also done some stamping and coloring because I thought you guys don't want to see me spend so much time on it. All right, so I've got my 3 circles in colors. So I've cut 2 in Mossy Meadow. Hey, Gabriella, welcome. 2 in Mossy Meadow and 1 in Parakeet Party. I also did stamp this cute tiger, which I'm going to color. I stamped a sloth, which I think are so adorable. And then I haven't done any stamping on this one because I'm going to use some die cuts. So I've already stamped and colored another sloth and then this toucan, which I kind of looks like, maybe they're still available. I don't know. I don't eat that kind of cereal anymore, but Fruit Loops, there used to be, I think it was a toucan that was on the Fruit Loops cereal. So I kind of colored it bright colors like that toucan. All right, so I've got these to cut out. And we'll do that in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to color my tiger before we get started putting this. And I grabbed a bunch of Stampin' Blends. I'm not going to, okay, so I'm not going to use the Smoky Slate and Gray Granite, but use my colors for the tiger. And I don't know what I'm going to use, to be honest, of these. Tigers are orange, but I also thought Mossy Meadow, and I also thought, probably not Copper Clay, but I thought Pecan Pie. So maybe we'll use Pecan Pie, Pumpkin Pie, and Wild Wheat. So I'm going to start with the light Pecan Pie. And so if you've watched me color with Stampin' Blends, Toucan Sam, yes, there we go. If you've watched me color with blends before, these are alcohol markers, so different from the Stampin' Write markers, which if you haven't seen the online exclusives, the extra that you can get, they have a package of the Stampin' Write markers in the core colors, which are a great deal. They're at the $120 level. So Stampin' Up! Has added some additional products that you can get during Sale-a-Bration. So if you ordered everything you wanted and got your Sale-a-Bration items in January, well, maybe you want to look and see what else has been added to the list. So it's some of the things from the annual catalog and from the mini catalog. All right, so I just color using typically the lightest color that I'm going to use. And there's no right way and wrong way to do coloring with the blends. I just find I like to get a kind of a layer of ink down. They are alcohol, so that's why you can blend them. And so hopefully my tiger's not going to look. Oh, I know, only 1 month to go. We were just talking about this. We're in the middle of a stamp camp, a Creativity Abound stamp camp this weekend, and we've been talking about that. We're so excited. Some people are going to Houston, some of the demonstrators, and some demonstrators are going to Rotterdam, like I am. All right, so this is the light pumpkin pie. I don't think I want to use, so I'm just going to add some orange. It's kind of hard to color those stripes, but I'm just going to add some orange over my pecan pie. Not really, just I want to add some color. And I'm going to add some wild wheat just because, just adding a little bit of coloring. And then I'm going to go back over it. I don't really worry. I'm just going to add some color. I'm going to go back over it with my light pecan pie just to kind of blend out. Hopefully I don't lose all of the orange. I might go back and add it a little bit, but oh no, he's got some orange. There we go. So there's my tiger. Let's just add a little bit. This is the dark. I find if you don't use your Stampin' Blends, they are alcohol, and sometimes they will dry up if you don't use them. And so I find that if you find that the one end is dried up, check the other end, because you might have lots of ink left in that other end. Okay, so there's my Tony the Tiger. And we're going to, I'm not going to cut him out because he's going to be what's on the front of the card, like that. So I'm going to take my glue and we'll start gluing. The nice part of these decals, so these decal circles, they don't really have to match. They just kind of, in fact, I find them quite hard to line up and match. So they just have got that kind of what I call a ragged edge around them. So we've got our sloth. I saw sloths at the London Zoo one time I was there. They were so, oh my gosh, they're so cute. There we go. And then this one is going to go on my parakeet party. Okay, so remember, this is the largest one is going to be the middle, the top of my card when it comes out. So what we want to do is grab a piercing mat. So before I decorate this, I'm going to actually attach my pieces together. So grab a piercing mat and you take your pick tool and you need the pointy end. So we're just going to take and kind of line that, overlap that a bit, making sure you get all the pieces. And I'm just going to poke a hole right through there. And then I've got the round and square brads. I just got a new package. I think I'll use the square, the black square brads. So we're just going to take this and poke it through like that. So this is the start. So when this telescopes down, and I should have covered that up a little bit. I should have put that down a little bit. Probably, actually I might be able to move it because I've got a little bit of the parakeet party showing. So when you poke your hole, maybe put it down so that you don't have it showing. So I'm just going to make this hole just a touch bigger. There we go. And hopefully the brad will cover it up so it's not too obvious. Okay, so close my one. So there's my one telescoping. So remember, when you go to decorate, that's why I wanted to put this together. This guy is going to come up like this. So make sure that if you've got something on here, like if this was the one, you don't want your sloth upside down. So put it together before you start putting your pieces on. Now, this one is going to go, if you want it to do it like that. So whereas I've got a piece of this like this. So my sloth is going to kind of be hanging from a tree. So I want this to telescope down like that. So I'm going to kind of put that down there and make my hole, hopefully sort of lined up. And then let's put another brad. So these come in little tiny circles or squares, but I'm going to use the squares. All right. Okay, so now when this guy comes up like this, he's hanging on to the tree. And there's my telescoping. So it will go like this and just look like a circle. And then the surprise is when you start to open it up. Now, I have sent cards out like this in the past and people don't know what to do with them. So if you're sending cards out and you get people going, I don't understand this, you might sometimes, I hate to say this, but send some instructions out to those people you send it to. Oopsie. So I'm just going to put a little bit, hopefully a little bit of glue. I'm going to cut this off because it's a little long, but I do want it to be attached to my sloth. And some scissors that I can trim this piece like that. Okay, so there's my sloth. Now Tony the tiger. So this is again the front of the card. So I'm going to use dimensionals to pop these bushes up in front of Tony. And I will use some mini dimensionals as well, if I can find them. Here they are. Maybe one more on this end piece. So this guy can go kind of in front. Remember, this is the front of my card. Okay. So that will go like that. So it will open up like that, like that. Have to keep reminding myself of that. Okay, so I am going to cut these out. Like I said, I've already colored my toucan and my other sloth. You don't want the middle, anything too thick on your inside pieces that telescope under, but you can get away with a little bit. I cut the wrong size of circles when I was starting. Trust me. So that's why I'm using up my scraps. Okay, so there is my toucan and my other sloth. Okay, so I've got a sloth hanging from there. So I thought what I would do is do another toucan. I should have cut another one of those, which I still could do. I cut. Maybe we'll put this on. He can be kind of hanging from that tree. And my toucan, I'm gonna just go there. I am gonna use dimensionals, but again, I don't want these to be too thick. You could just stamp and color if you wanted to, but I thought these are cute little animals. Yeah, that's a good idea, stating that's an interactive card, because I had some people that I sent my card to that had no idea how to make it work. All right, so there is I'm going to cover up my, there we go. Okay, so there we go. It still fits underneath. Now we're going to decorate this because we just need a sentiment and a little bit more decoration. So I've got a piece of Parakeet Party. I've got some Tuxedo Black Memento. And I think I'm going to use the Hello stamp because he's kind of cute. He's kind of cute. The writing on it. Will it fit? Yes, it will. All right, so we'll stamp. I need to re-ink that. Let's see. Oh, pretty good. Okay, so Tuxedo Black. I just thought the Parakeet Party would have been a bright, cheery color. If you don't want to fussy cut like I'm going to, you could just cut a rectangle or you could punch it out. But I'm just going to kind of cut around the letters a little bit. So you can make this way more complicated and do lots of decorating, but I thought I would just keep it somewhat simple for this card because I really wanted to show off these cute little critters. Oopsie, there, and there. Okay, now embellishments, because we absolutely need some embellishments on this. So these again are the opaque faceted gems. I won't use those, but I think I'm going to use the pecan and the whatever these kind of orangey, pinky color are, which I seem not to have any of the large ones. So let's open this other package up. Oh, I know. I used them for a swap or something. So that's why I haven't got any of the orangey colored ones left, except got lots of the little ones, but none of the big ones. All right, so let's use some of these. A couple of those, and one of these orangey colored ones there. All right, pretty simple card. Like I could have gone way more complicated. A place to write and sign. Well, that would have been a really smart idea. So yeah, I think what I'll do is on the back here, and if you wanted to hide these, which I might do, I'll maybe glue a piece of cardstock over top of it. But I will put a space to write maybe behind this one when I'm finished. So I'll put another circle on the back of this in white. You could have done some embossing. You could have done some, I could have done some more stamping, but I thought it was kind of cute just to kind of show off all these little critters that are kind of flying. So that's a telescoping card. Not really hard to make once you kind of get your head around. Basically, think about it like a snowman, if you know what that is, and that they grow together in that way, and then they kind of just fold up underneath each other, and that will be kind of a surprise. And I might have to write that up so somebody knows exactly how to open it up. I'd hate to see somebody get my card and then not know how to open it up. All right, everybody, there we go. That's a telescoping card. Hope you enjoyed it. Try it. It's not that hard to make. And don't forget, check out the Sale-a-Bration items that are free during Sale-a-Bration until February 29th. So there is only 19 days to take advantage of the Sale-a-Bration items before they are gone. All right, everybody. Yeah, the stamp count's going on. For those of you that are participating in the stamp count, I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, welcome from France. I hope you're enjoying it. And we still got lots of lives to go in that. But I will be back live tomorrow at 12 noon with another project. All right, everybody. Happy stamping. Bye.